Hi everyone, my name is Dairo Wabse and I work in the Risk and Compliance Department. Today we're going to be talking about security and fraud prevention in the payment system. I'm going to itemize just three tips that I feel are very important to the security and fraud prevention of the payment system. Number one, customer awareness and training, which is a very vital security tips. When people are educated, they become less of a prey. When customers are educated about fraud preventions, when internal staffs are educated and trained about fraud preventions, it becomes difficult, quote unquote, for fraud to thrive. The goal is to ensure that we reduce fraud to the barest minimum. We all know we can eradicate fraud. Fraud has come to stay, but the goal here is to ensure that we reduce it to the barest minimum with constant education, with constant awareness, with constant training. For every time there's a new fraud scheme in the system, people have to be trained so that they can be alert and be aware. The second one we're also going to talk about is staff process and governance control. You cannot go wrong about that because the people you are training, there must be processes in place. And the goal is to reduce human vulnerabilities. Now, you can't have one person start a process and that same person ends it. It has already defeated the purpose of staff process and governance control. There must be something we call maker checker, dual control, role-based access control. You must be able to ensure that not one person has the totality of knowledge of how a process should be. There must be job rotation. Staff processes and governance control helps us to minimize fraud prevention and security. The third one is also fraud prevention in onboarding KYC. We cannot talk about security and not talk about KYC. Your ability to be able to ensure that you look at KYC and KYB, know your customer, know your business. You must know your customer, you must also know the type of business that they are doing. Your ability to know that gives you an edge to be able to minimize fraud in the totality of the fraud scheme that is about to hit. Always know that effective payment security cannot be done without technology, without people, without processes, and without assessment. And I believe with all of these few tips, we'll be able to reduce fraud to the barest minimum. Thank you.